Hey y'all, welcome to Meiji and Poppy's house. Today we're making healthier versions of two of our very favorite breakfast dishes, oatmeal and banana bread. But these are going to have no refined sugars, no white flour, no gluten. Are they even going to taste good? Let's make them and see if we like them as well as the originals. Come on. My husband recently got diagnosed with celiac disease, and when he did, I'm not gonna lie, I panicked a little bit because I started researching, and gluten is in everything. And I love to bake, I love to cook, and I was a little disheartened at thinking we were gonna have to give all of that up. So I've been on the quest for some really good gluten-free recipes that can help us feel like we're not having to sacrifice as much as I feel like we're gonna have to sacrifice. So these are my first two that I'm trying. So let's see how it goes. These are both from Elizabeth and Butter blog, and the Elizabeth is spelled with an S. She has a fantastic blog, and she puts a healthy spin on a lot of her recipes. And both of my daughters bake this regularly because their families love it. So we're going to try it. My husband's a little picky, so we're going to see how this goes. We'll let him do a taste test when it's over. So you start with a half a cup of coconut oil that's melted. So you melt it and then measure the half of a cup. Then a half of a cup of honey or maple syrup. I have honey. I love honey. So we're doing a half of a cup of honey, then 2 large eggs. So far, sounds really good. Honey in anything is good. All right, so 2 eggs, a cup of milk, and she did say that you could do the almond milk or whatever you have, coconut milk. I have just my regular 2% milk that I had in the refrigerator. And then a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I make my own vanilla. This is going to be a video coming up. I'll show you how to make vanilla. It is so good. When I run out of this, I'm going to be heartbroken because it takes like 6 months. So I need to get busy on that. I'll make a video soon. So you do that. Those are the wet ingredients. So we're going to whisk those together. And then we're going to add 3 cups of oats. And it's old-fashioned oats. It's not the quick cooking kind. And so with celiac, you have to be really careful about gluten. Some people are gluten sensitive or intolerant, whatever. But with celiac, you have to be gluten-free. And so they say that oats are naturally gluten-free, but they might get cross-contaminated during the processing part of it. So I got the gluten-free. This is sprouted rolled oats. I'll put a link at the bottom of this so that you can just click on it and get it, because I'm telling you, gluten-free is a whole world of its own. So we're doing 3 cups of oats, and then we're going to do 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So I've got that measured, 2 teaspoons, a teaspoon of salt. And each one of these is a half a teaspoon, so I'm doing 2 of these. And then a teaspoon of cinnamon. And we are going to whisk that together, and then we let it sit for 15 minutes so that the oats can absorb some of the liquid. Then what we're going to do is we're going to pour it in our 9x13, or you can use something smaller if you want them thicker. But I asked my girls, and they both said they do 9x13s, and they love it that way. So here we go. We've got it stirred, and we're going to wait 15 minutes, and then we're going to cook it. All right, it's been 15 minutes. The liquid has been absorbed, so we're going to put it in our 9x13. I did spray it first. She suggested that you might line your dish with parchment paper. I just sprayed it. All right, so we're going to spread it out till it's even. And if I were making this just for myself, I'd be adding pecans in here, some toasted pecans. Have y'all ever toasted pecans just in the microwave? You put them on a microwavable plate, and I do mine for a minute and then kind of stir it up and then let them toast for another minute, and it makes the biggest difference in a recipe. The toasted pecans, whew, it's like honey to me. I love both of those things. Okay, so 350 for, let me see, 25 to 30 minutes. So I'll be back to see how this turns out. Okay, I wish you could smell my house right now. Oh my goodness, this smells so good. I cannot wait to try it. So this is the healthy baked oatmeal. She suggests trying serving it with honey and fresh fruit. I'm not going to take a bite yet because it is so hot, but it smells amazing. I can't even tell you. I want a bite. But I'll wait for just a minute and I'll get started with the oats, flour, banana bread. Okay, so now for the oat flour banana bread muffins. You've probably made banana bread many times, but like I said, this blog, Elizabeth and Butter, she puts a healthy spin on a lot of her recipes. And so this one is going to be made with oat flour. Now you don't have to go out and get oat flour. What you can do is you take just your regular oats, and again, I'm using the sprouted, gluten-free rolled oats because my husband got diagnosed with celiac disease. So you take it and you put it in a food processor or a blender, and you just blend it until it's fine, like flour. And so this called for, let's see, 1 3/4 cup oat flour. So I had to put 2 1/4 cups of oats into the blender to get 1 3/4 cup oat flour. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so first what you're gonna do is you're gonna combine the wet ingredients. So we've got 1/2 cup of unsalted butter, which is a stick of butter. Then you've got 3/4 cup of coconut sugar, and this is part of the healthy twist on this. So you can use 3/4 cup of your white sugar that you've got in your pantry, but this makes it refined sugar free, and like it smells really good. I cannot wait to try this. So 3/4 cup of coconut sugar. Okay, had to make sure because I said wet ingredients, but coconut sugar is not wet. But you combine the butter and the coconut sugar, you whisk it together. Let's see. Then we're going to add 2 eggs and 1/2 cup of milk. Again, you can use dairy-free milk. I'm using my 2% that I had in the refrigerator. So 1/2 cup of milk. And then the vanilla, using my homemade vanilla. A teaspoon of vanilla. And you whisk that together. I love whisking. Just fun. All right, and then we're going to add mashed bananas. You get 3 really ripe bananas, which is easy to do at my house because every time I go to the grocery store, the bananas look so good. So I get them and they sit here and they just get darker and darker. And so that's perfect for banana bread. So you're going to use those dark, I'm showing a picture of how dark you want them because the darker they are, the better they are for banana bread. So you put them in a bowl and you mash them with a fork. And what I do is I just mash until there aren't any big chunks left in there. So that's what this is. This is 3 very ripe bananas. And we're gonna whisk that. Okay, then we add the 1 3/4 cup flour. And like I said, this took 2 1/4 cup of regular oats, and I put them in a blender and it made 1 3/4 cup oat flour. And then we're gonna add a teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of baking powder, 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, which is just a tad, as we say in the South. And then it says a big pinch of cinnamon, so it's at your own discretion. I probably put in about a teaspoon because I like cinnamon. All right, so we are going to stir this. And then it says to use a large cookie scoop to put these in. If you don't have a cookie scoop, you can either pour it in or just use a big spoon. I will put links down to all that stuff that you need for this at the bottom. I can tell this is going to be really good. It just smells so good. So you're gonna wanna make it, I think. Okay, so I do have a large cookie scoop. I bake a lot, so that's kind of a given in my house. I'm surprised I have cupcake liners, which you're supposed to line your cupcake pan with the liners, and I'm surprised I have any left because I have 5 granddaughters, and they love to come over here, and like I said, I bake, so I have sprinkles and all kinds of stuff. They get my cupcake liners and fill them up with sprinkles and walk around the house, and they just have themselves a little party with my liners and sprinkles. That's okay. As long as they come over and they're happy at Meiji and Poppy's house, they can do whatever they want, just about, as long as it doesn't hurt them. Okay, so this makes 12 good size muffins. Get it all out, okay. And then you're gonna put that in the oven, 350 degrees for 14 to 18 minutes. So again, I'll do this, I'll be right back. Okay, the banana bread muffins are ready. We're gonna come out and we're gonna do a taste test to see if these things are as good as, like, he loves banana bread. So is this gonna be as good as just regular banana bread muffins? By the way, this is Phil, my husband.
And
Poppy, and I'm Mary Gail, Meiji, to our 6 grandkids, and one on the way. Okay, so the healthy baked oatmeal. She said to drizzle honey on it and put some fresh fruit. So this is your first.
You got the honey on there, honey?
Got the honey on.
Feels good.
I know. I took a little secret bite myself. Our grandkids love this.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like one of their favorite.
Poppy's gonna love it too.
Good. Okay. Now he does love banana bread.
I do.
So we're gonna try the oat flour banana bread muffins. No gluten, no refined sugars. Let's see.
All right, here we go. Hope it tastes like the other banana bread. It does.
I took another secret bite before he came in. And it's got a little texture to it because of the oat flour, which I prefer this. I prefer this over regular banana bread now. Do you like it?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
It's a winner.
Okay, good.
Winner,
2
winner.
thumbs up.
Here we go. Good job, Meiji.
Thank you.
That was delicious, dear. So we've got a lot of things coming up here soon. I'd like to do a lot of DIY projects and show you how I do things.
He's
And
good.
we want to make the DIY kind of fun with our grandkids. We have one grandson who just loves to get out and build with me, and I want to show him how to do things because, you know, he needs to learn. And Meiji's got a lot of things coming up to show the girls. And
I'm also just gonna, when we started talking about gluten-free, it told us all these things we couldn't eat, and so I was just in a little bit of a panic, like I said. So I'm gonna find things that we can eat, and we're gonna do some recipes to help you out if you're on a gluten-free diet or just want to eat healthier. So that'll be coming up too.
Can't wait. She's a great cook.
All right, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.